The street lights flicker, casting shadows on the game. My pulse is the rhythm, success is the only name. I got that adrenaline rush running deep inside the veins, fighting for the throne, ignoring all the self-inflicted pains. They call me a madman, a product of pure aggression. I call it focus, the core of my life's progression. Used to roll dice for dimes, now the stakes are global trade. But the hunger in my gut, man, that feeling never swayed. I move with the urgency of a clock counting down to zero. Every second is vital, I'm the anti-hero. I don't pause for reflection, I don't wait for your consent. I take what I desire, then analyze what a message when my crew is lean, mean, a machine built for execution. No weakness in the circle, just raw, lethal resolution. Hear that bass drum thump, that's the sound of the chase. Got the city in the chokehold, setting a relentless pace. This is the adrenaline rush, a high that you can't buy. Watching the competition crumble beneath the glare of my eye. I live in the fast lane, a blur of ambition and speed, planting the seeds of destruction where only I succeed. You call it a gamble, I call it a calculated risk. My whole damn life is a thriller sealed with a deadly asterisk. They try to follow the roadmap, but they miss the hidden turn. The places where the fire started, the bridges that I burned. I'm a master of misdirection, a phantom in the fray. By the time they figure it out, I'm already miles away. My network's woven tighter than a spider silken thread, catching every vibration, knowing every word that's said. I don't rely on luck, I rely on meticulous planning, anticipating their moves while the whole world is still standing and scanning. I'm the storm coming quickly, the eye of the hurricane center, the unexpected variable, the ultimate true renter of this whole damn domain. I sign the checks and collect the tax, breaking down their defenses with surgical, brutal attacks. The only peace I find is in the power I command. The respect I demand is met with a shaking hand. Hear that bass drum thump, that's the sound of the chase. Got the city in a chokehold, setting a relentless pace. This is the adrenaline rush, a high that you can't buy. Watching the competition crumble beneath the glare of my eye. I live in the fast lane, a blur of ambition and speed, planting the seeds of destruction where only I succeed. You call it a gamble, I call it a calculated risk. My whole damn life is a thriller sealed with a deadly asterisk. Faster, harder, that's the only way to the top. Keep up, if you can.
The clock struck midnight. That's when the real work begins. No room for forgiveness, no pardon in the sins. They thought the score was settled, that the silence meant I died. But I was just regrouping, with nowhere left to hide. I memorized the faces, the casual hands that stabbed the back. Now I'm collecting interest, there is no turning back. My temper's on zero, my focus is sharp as a shard. Every step is a promise, play the vengeance card. I walk through the wreckage that their failure left behind, reclaiming every brick, leaving no peace of mind. They saw weakness, mistook my patience for retreat. Now I own the whole damn block, from the penthouse to the street. I don't need a witness, the evidence is the destruction, the brutal final outcome of their fatal introduction. I'm the debt collector and the payment is due tonight. Settling every old score, bathed in the pale moonlight. You signed a contract with darkness, now you'll meet the terms. I don't send a warning, I just send a fear that squirms. This ain't personal, strictly business and pure math. My whole existence is defined by the single burning path. Every move is calculated, every word is a threat that lands. The city is my ledger and I hold the pen in my hand. They pray to their idols, but their prayers are falling flat. Cause the only force that answers now is the shadow where I sat. I use their own strategies, turned their weakness into my strength. Mastering the long game, no matter the brutal length. I look into the rise and I see the moment of regret. The chilling realization of the trap that they have set. The luxury is blinding, but the truth is still grim. This empire's built on bones stacked up limb by limb. I don't negotiate terms, there's only one way out of the maze. Pay your dues and full of face to coming. Furious blaze, they tried to erase me, but you can't erase a hurricane. I came back stronger, fueled by the relentless bitter rain. I'm the consequence they fear, the ultimate reckoning sent. A testament to the power of a life wrongly spent. I'm the debt collector and the payment is due tonight. Settling every old score, bathed in the pale moonlight. You signed a contract with darkness, now you'll meet the terms. I don't send a warning, I just send a fear that squirms. This ain't personal, strictly business and pure math. My whole existence is defined by this single burning path. Every move is calculated, every word is a threat that lands. The city is my ledger and I hold the pen in my hands. The bill is overdue, hand it over. It's time to pay the cost. Round up to the old spot where the sirens used to wail. This pavement remembers every win, every brutal fail. They say you can't go back home, but the past still lives in the air. A chilling reminder of the days when life wasn't fair. I see the young faces chasing the dollar with the same desperation, living in the echo of my previous dark occupation. My hands are clean now, but they know the grip of the tool. Every success I built was learned in the hard knock school. I drive a Phantom now, but I was once the phantom of the block, moving silent in the midnight, beating the hands of the clock. I buried old alliances, burned the bridges to the pain, but the fire of survival still runs heavy in the rain. This ain't a confession, this is a testament to change. Though the spirit of the street is a force you can't rearrange. I'm the ghost of my past, driving through the memory lane. The scars of my trophies reminding me of all the games. You can take the man out the trenches, but the trenches stay inside. A permanent blueprint, no one left for the true self to hide. I bought my freedom with blood and the tears of a decade lost, but the view from the top makes a sacrifice worth the cost. They try to call me sellout, cause I swapped the corner for the board, but the rules of the jungle are the ones I still uphold and hoard. I learned about leverage when I had nothing but my word to spend. Built an empire on trust and the certainty of the swift end. I don't need to wear the flashy colors, my power's in the control, commanding the attention, taking over the collective soul. I remember the rivalries, the endless nights of the 10th standoff. Now I just buy the whole damn building and then I lay them off. The greatest lesson learned, never turn your back on the ones you rose with, cause loyalty's the anchor in this ocean, the brutal myth. I roll with the windows down, let the bass rattle the ground. Let them remember the king who came from the most desolate town. This isn't bragging, it's just the final chapter of the raw tale, the one they tried to bury, the one that can never fail. I'm the ghost of my past, driving through the memory lane. The scars of my trophies reminding me of all the games. You can take the man out the trenches, but the trenches stay inside. A permanent blueprint, no one left for the true self to hide. I bought my freedom with blood and the tears of a decade lost, but the view from the top makes a sacrifice worth the cost. I bought my freedom with blood and the tears of a decade lost, but the view from the top makes a sacrifice worth the cost. Yeah, still here, still driving. Remember where it started. Yeah, roll the dice, watch the table, the stakes are eternally high. Born in the shadows where the light of the law dare not to pry. They drew the line in the sand, I erased the whole damn map. A force of pure chaos, no room for retreat or a trap. My name is a whisper, a tremor that runs through the whole town. The one who can't be bought, the one who can't be shut down. I walk where the angels fear, where the vultures learn to fly. Got a nice cold stare that reflects the crimson of the sky. I don't follow rules, I just dictate the new policy. A living contradiction, a perfect storm of hypocrisy. They try to trace the paper, but the trail evaporates the dust. My operation is flawless, built on absolute ruthless trust. I'm a self-made monster, they created the beast. They now fear the consequence of their negligence. Now my presence, I'm the untouchable. You can't seize me, you can't hold the flame. I move through the system like a virus, changing the whole game. The crown is molten iron, the throne is made of pure grit. Every lie they try to sell, I took it and then I rewrote it. This empire's a shadow vast and impossible to breach. My authority's final, beyond any official's reach. They see the wealth but they miss the ruthless machine underneath. The only thing I fear is God, and that's just a test of belief. My circle is small, a fortress of loyalty and silence deep. Every secret they whisper is a promise I will keep. I look at their fragile empires built on gossip and cheap talk, while I'm commanding legions, teaching the young wolves how to walk. They try to send a message, I send back the whole damn war. Cause when you come for the king, you better be ready for more. I don't need a spotlight, the darkness provides all the power. Watching the rivals crumble in their final desperate hour. I master the art of disappearance, the science of the ghost. The most powerful hand is the one that's never exposed to the most. I'm the exception to the rule, the flaw in the grand design. The cold, hard truth of the streets permanently stamped as mine. You talk about legacy, mine is written in permanent ink, while your little brain is sinking before you can even think. I'm untouchable, you can't seize me, you can't hold the flame. I move through the system like a virus, changing the whole game. The crown is molten iron, the throne
stone is made of pure grit. Every lie they try to sell, I took and then I rewrote it. This empire is a shadow vast and impossible to breach. My authority's final, beyond any official's reach. They see the wealth, but they miss the ruthless machine underneath. The only thing I fear is God, and that's just a test of belief. Yeah, try to find me. You won't, I'm already everywhere. Yeah. Black car, black suit, black card in the holster. Moving through the shadows where the truth gets colder. This ain't a game of dice, this is strategic placement. Every acquisition is a calculated displacement. They talk about the hustle, I bought the whole damn supply chain, turning street knowledge into multi-million-dollar gain. I wear the silk, but the soul is still iron and unforgiving. Survived the worst wars, now I control the way you're living. My office is a skyscraper, view stretching to the horizon, while my enemies are trapped in the lies they're improvising. I don't need to bark, my bank account provides the roar. A silent takeover, leaving them begging at my door. I'm the ultimate leverage, the master of the closed door deal. What you call a miracle, I call the way that I crack the black card cipher, the code to endless wealth. My power is quiet, protected by my own ruthless stealth. They see the fortune, but they miss the dark architect's hand. The true king is the one who quietly commands the land. This ain't inheritance, this is a predator's legacy. Every asset I own is a permanent memory. You're searching for clues while I'm controlling the media's feet. I plant the thought, then watch my dominance proceed. My security's tighter than a nation's classified file, protecting the secrets that extend for mile after mile. I remember the hunger, the taste of cheap bread and defeat. That's why I treat every rival like dirt beneath my expensive feet. I don't shake hands easily, my circle is strictly vetted. If you don't bring the power, your presence is highly regretted. They tried to build a ladder, but I bought the company that owns the top floor, proving that money talks and my voice is forevermore. I operate in the gray area where law and chaos blend. A walking paradox, a means to a decisive end. I don't need your validation, I already sign my own checks. My signature holds more weight than all your petty threats. I'm the final authority, the ultimate undeniable truth, the architect of my own empire since my aggressive black card cipher, the code in endless wealth. My power is quiet, protected by my own ruthless stealth. They see the fortune, but they miss the dark architect's hand. The true king is the one who quietly commands the land. This ain't inheritance, this is a predator's legacy. Every asset I own is a permanent memory. You're searching for clues while I'm controlling the media's feed. I plant the thought, then watch my dominance proceed. The cipher is closed, the balance is settled. Enjoy your poverty. Sunrise breaks, but the darkness is what I breathe. The concrete jungle is where I plant the seeds I believe. They talk about kings, but they forgot who built the throne. Every shadow is loyal, every victory is my own. I move past the small talk, the whispers, the childish few. My focus is pure power, misunderstood and cruel. From the bottom of the trench to the top of the tower's peak, the law of the streets is the only gospel that I speak. My hands are steady, my aim is cold, my resolve is set in stone. I don't need a witness, the city's pulse is my microphone. They try to write me off, clip the wings before I flew. Now I own the damn sky and the storm is coming for you. I'm a living legend etched into the asphalt deep. While you're dreaming of the empire, I'm the one who runs asleep.
This is the apex doctrine, the ultimate final command. No room for weakness, the strongest survive in this land. I traded pity for power, regret for a ruthless drive. Only the calculated survive, only the bold stay alive.
They call me merciless, a force they can't contain or control. I take the whole damn pie and then I swallow the bowl. My influence is invisible, my decisions are concrete and hard. I don't play the game, I simply reshuffle the whole. They analyze the strategy, the timing of the precise blow. But this level of mastery is something they can never know. It's the patience of the viper, the cunning of the star fox, breaking down their defenses, unlocking all the mental locks. I don't rely on luck, I rely on meticulous preparation, anticipating the failure of the desperate operation. I'm a ghost in the market, a whisper in the backroom deal, the unseen hand that dictates what is fake and what is real. I built my fortress on the ruins of every mistake I made. Every wrong turn was a lesson, every failure a parade. I look at the young, will see the hunger, the fire, the same need, but they lack the discipline and knowledge to truly succeed. I control the narrative, the script of the ongoing war. Your whole existence is a cameo knocking at my closed door.
This is the apex doctrine, the ultimate final command. No room for weakness, the strongest survive in this land. I traded pity for power, regret for a ruthless drive. Only the calculated survive, only the bold stay alive.
They call me merciless, a force that can't contain or control. I take the whole damn pie and then I swallow the bowl. My influence is invisible, my decisions are concrete and hard. I don't play the game, I simply reshuffle the whole card. The doctrine is law, bow down, or break your choice is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, check the blueprint. This ain't fiction, this is fact. From zero to top tier, ain't no taking that back. I'm the concrete alchemist, turning pain into profit. Every verse is a lesson, you listen, you learn, you stop it. They tried to bury me deep under the city's rough stone, but I emerge harder, carving out my own throne. This is the new era, but the hunger's from the past. That 94 mentality designed to always last. I speak with the weight of the block, the authority of the chief. Your little empire's built on sand, designed for quick grief. I don't need a massive chain to tell you who commands the respect. My presence is the power, the undeniable dialect. I see the envy in your eyes, the desperation in your chase. You're running on fumes while I'm setting the relentless pace. I'm the concrete alchemist, turning raw steel into gold. The story of survival, ruthlessly and silently told. We move with precision, every transaction is clean. You're reading the headlines, but you don't know the dark unseen scene. This ain't just business, this is a calculated rebirth. Reclaiming the dominance, proving my undisputed worth. I took the city's silence and forced it into a roar. You thought you had the keys, but I own the whole damn door. The logic is simple, risk equals reward, fear equals control. That's the tuition I paid to take over the whole soul. I mastered the shadows, the angles they couldn't see, converting opportunity into permanent supremacy. They talk about loyalty, but they fold under minimal pressure. My crew is bedrock, our bond is an invaluable treasure. I left the small-time beefs to the kids who still play the fool. My rivals wear tailored suits, trained in the old school rule. I'm the exception to the market, the spike in the financial chart. The one who understood the game right from the very start. I don't celebrate victories, I just analyze the next move's arc, leaving no margin for error, leaving my permanent mark. You're living in my footnote, a small detail in my reign. The consequence of your weakness, the inevitability of your pain. I'm the concrete alchemist, turning raw steel into gold. The story of survival, ruthlessly and silently told. We move with precision, every transaction is clean. You're reading the headlines, but you don't know the dark unseen scene. This ain't just business, this is a calculated rebirth. Reclaiming the dominance, proving my undisputed worth. I took the city's silence and forged it into a roar. You thought you had the keys, but I own the whole damn door. Yeah. The formula is complete. Try to replicate it, I dare you.